Why should someone who doesn't live in California buy your book?
Well, it's a warning to the rest of the country. I mean, let's bring it back to the conversations you were having earlier this week, maybe even this morning. I didn't listen this morning, but look at what's happening right now, where the energy is in the Democratic Party, the Bernie-AOC, the crowds, that's where the energy is. You can feel it. And I mean, just to put it very simply, the Bernie-AOC agenda is what we're living under in California. That's the policy agenda that's been implemented over the past decade or so, starting with the Green New Deal, everything in there we have and more. And so as we look to the midterms and think about where the Democratic Party is going and potentially, finding some success with an anti-Trump message that would implement a kind of leftward shift within the Democratic Party, I mean, that I have to say is a very, very frightening prospect when you look at just to list the failures in California. It's pretty shocking when you look at all the measures on which we are the worst performing state in America, like not just in the middle of the pack or 41 or whatever. We have the highest poverty rate, the highest housing cost, the lowest home ownership, the highest cost for gas, electricity, water, the most hostile, the worst business climate 10 years in a row, obviously the highest homelessness, the lowest income growth, the highest unemployment. I mean, for most of last year, right now we're number 2. It's just a shocking set of failures from the Bernie-AOC agenda. So that's the relevance, which is this conversation about where the left is going. As there's a saying in British politics, you don't need to look into the crystal ball, where you can read it in the book. I mean, it's right there in California. And so it's a warning, I think, to the rest of the country not to let that happen.